What's up everyone, I'm Lynzi, and standing next to me is the beautiful Ashlan Gorse, who you know from TV, and if you don't, then you probably live underneath a really big rock and you climb out of it because this lady has been spreading the gospel of celebs and style since she got in front of the camera. So now you're on E.
Yep.
Pretty busy lady. So tell me, what was your first day like here?
You know, it was funny. When I got the job, it was my dream job.
Right.
And I wanted this job ever since I saw the first episode of Wild on Brookburg. So I think that was in high school. And I got the job, and honestly, I didn't believe it. So I didn't tell any of my friends until I came into the building on the first day and like got through security.
This is real.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is happening.
So tell me, what has been your best interview so far, and what has been your worst interview so far?
Okay. My worst interview so far, Demi Lovato made me wait for her for almost 6 hours once.
Wow.
Now granted, it was on a film set.
Okay.
So, you know, she was going through hair and makeup and all that stuff, and so I will always remember that because it was in Canada and it was freezing. Yeah, so Demi, you can make it up to me later. Buy me some hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And then my best interview was one of my first interviews ever, and this was when I was a producer. I was a producer for entertainment shows on MSNBC, and I, you know, had to interview Meryl Streep. That's cool, whatever. You know, I had my little questions prepared, went in, sat down, talked to her, and at the end of the interview, she looked at me, she was like, that was so fun, honey. Wow. And I was like, thanks. Okay, walked out of the room, and then I was like, holy crap, I just interviewed Meryl Streep! And she said I was good. So I think that to this day, and probably for the rest of my life, will be one of my favorite interviews.
And you were also editor-at-large for Life and Style magazine, and which is why we got so familiar with you as well, because you were doing all these reports. So I want to know if we can kind of bring that back, and you can give me an on-the-fly style report for spring and summer 2012.
Well, I would like to say that I think that loud colors are in, as I'm wearing this right now.
You know, pop.
Neon's in too. I think that, and if you have a fitted skinny jean, not super, super tight, but a nice fitted skinny jean that hits at the ankle, that is always in. And I love when the spring and summer come because everything gets lighter, everything gets brighter. I think this is gonna be a fun season for fashion.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing black halo and then a little H&M.
That's what I'm talking about. If you could home wreck any celebrity,
Johnny Depp.
couple. Oh, I didn't even get to finish the question. Home wreck Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
That's the answer.
You're like, if you could kiss any, Johnny Depp. Yep, that's mine. I love him. He is so interesting, and he's a huge introvert, which I like because it's totally the opposite of me. And
pull it out. I want to know.
When we interview him, he's so quiet. He talks like this. So you have to stand really close to him.
Yes, Johnny.
And one time I interviewed him on Valentine's Day, and at the end of my interview, I was feeling a little feisty, and I said, "All right, it's Valentine's Day. I'm here. You got to give me a Valentine's Day kiss."
Did you get it?
Yeah. He kissed me on the cheek, and then he turned to me and he said, "Okay, now where's mine?" And I was like, and I sadly,
that's how you do it.
That's how I do it. I sadly though, I didn't go in after I kissed him on the cheek, and afterwards my cameraman goes, "Why didn't you kiss him on the lips?" I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. So sadly, I didn't. But next time.
And I know that you are from North Carolina. You went to North Carolina University.
Yep.
And you majored in broadcasting.
I did.
You have a minor in music. So I want to know, do I have a superstar on my head? What was the minor for music about?
Okay, interestingly enough, I sang my entire life, and I love singing, and I knew I wanted to go to UNC Chapel Hill. But it's really, really hard to get in, especially being in state and being a female. Right. So I was like, okay, how can I make myself, like, you know, up my odds?
Yeah.
So my mom was like, oh, you know, they have a school of music there. I was like, really? I was like, whoa, let me go try out. So I tried out. There was 4 spots for women and 4 spots for guys, and I got one.
So think of a song right now in your head.
Oh God.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
And can you sing the first couple of lyrics to it?
Okay, well, of course I'm gonna sing, oh, of course. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. Took the midnight train going anywhere. Okay, Okay, now, I'm just kidding, that's not really how I sing, but Journey is my favorite.
Now it's time for Ashlan's advice. So you get to tell me and our viewers your #1 tips or suggestions when it comes to these 3 topics. Number 1, relationships.
Always be yourself. Because I've tried to play the game and be that girl that would, you know, like, I'm not calling him back for 2 days, and then he's gonna like me more. You know what, that doesn't work, because it just drives you crazy, it drives them crazy, so.
The number 2 is food.
Eat it. Is that bad to say?
And then our last one, life in general.
I'm from North Carolina and I grew up in the South, and one thing my mom and my dad and my sister always said to me is, just be nice and smile. And I am the crazy person that knows almost every single person that works in this building, and you know, I know like all the guys that work in the garage, I know their kids' names, and we talk and we hang out.
I like that. I think we can end on that note.
Oh,
so touching. Well, Ashlan, thank you so much for taking out a chunk of your very busy life for me.
Well, and I am so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and wanting to talk to me and showing me how good you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
You're the best.
Bye, guys.